All right, what is up? Welcome in. This is Friday Night Spikes. We are back rocking and rolling the final Friday night of the 2025 college baseball season, of the regular season, if you will. The final Friday night of the regular season. Again, appreciate you all tuning in. I'm a little bit flustered right now. Brain's a little bit scrambled eggs because when you move somewhere new and everything's all over the place, you struggle to find certain things. So I was scrambling just before the show. We're good now, though. We're locked and loaded. I am Chris Phillips, my friend Jake Mckeever.
Chris,
joining me as well.
Despite your shortcomings moving, having the greatest excuse in the world, you still beat Harrison Fant.
I did beat Harrison Fant. Harrison Fant should be joining us at some point, probably in the next 20, 30 minutes. But again, it wouldn't be Friday Night Spikes. It's poetic that Harrison Fant will be joining us when he will be joining us. So either way, guys, really appreciate you all tuning in once again on Friday Night Spikes. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications, check us out via podcast where we get your podcast. You can also find us across all social media platforms as well as our website, secunfiltered.com. And as always, we are brought to you by our friends over at FANDUEL. Visit FANDUEL.com/SECU to join today. Get started with $200 in bonus bets when you win your first $5 bet. Once again, that's FANDUEL.com/SECU to get $200 in bonus bets today. Once again, this is Friday Night Spikes, the final Friday night of the regular season. Every Friday Night Spikes from here on out will be postseason baseball, which I know fires myself up, fires Jake Mckeever up, fires Harrison Fant up, and fires you all up as well. Once again, guys, I'm Chris Phillips. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Jake, what's going on, man? Again, appreciate your patience. Like I said, I was actually, funny enough, if you want to know why I was late, I was looking for a shirt that I wanted to wear and could not find it. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in that closet under that mountain of clothes, and it was pissing me off. And I was like, you know what? We got a show to do, so I got to get out of here. But yeah, it was looks like a bomb.
It's probably a good thing you didn't wear your Florida stuff because they're not really looking too hot tonight. But
yeah, the Billy Barlow could not throw a strike. What was it? 12 straight balls he tossed when he came in. That being said, Jake, let's go around the league here and update.
Wait, hold on. Before we jump into it,
go ahead.
As you know, SEC aristocrats, if you will, can we stop the Iowa at large bid crap? They're 32-18, RPI of 69, strength of schedule of 100. Like, get that crap out of here. I'd rather see Missouri play than watch Iowa play.
Fair enough. Fair enough. There you have it. Big Ten hater, Jake Mckeever. And before we get going as well, I will say this. Shout out to a friend of mine. We've got the housewarming gift here on deck, Jake. We're going to christen the new studio correctly. We're going to christen this new era of SEC Unfiltered in Nashville correctly. We have got the Blanton's bottle. And we're going to have
let me go pour myself a drink then.
We're going to have us a pour right here. Live on air. A little cheers, if you will, as we christen a new era of SEC Unfiltered. We'll wait for Jake Mckeever. Again, appreciate you all tuning in, guys. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Really excited to be back. Again, the final Friday Night Spikes of the regular season, the 2025 regular season. Guys, we're fired up for the postseason. We have so many exciting plans when it comes to Hoover next week, when it comes to what we're doing for regionals, for supers, and, of course, Omaha. Had some big conversations actually yesterday that maybe I'll reveal those at some point in the show, maybe. Because I like to, again, Jake, I like to give nuggets to the folks that tune in. So maybe once we get a bigger crowd in here, we'll drop some big news. So stick around for Friday Night Spikes, guys. Later in the show, some breaking Omaha news. There you go, Field of Dreams.
Yes, that's made from corn from the Field of Dreams in Iowa.
Wow, really?
Special occasion.
How about that? I love the Fred shirt, too, by the way. That's such a touch. That's such a nice touch. Shout out to LSU. Shout out Baton Rouge. Shout out Freds. Hey, Freds. Hey, this is the slogan. Don't hate me for it. Freds. Freds does the fucking.
My favorite thing about Freds is that the owner's always in there every single night.
Oh, yeah.
You know, most people would sell out, go corporate.
It's a lifestyle.
Have some intern in there running it, but not Mr. Fred in there.
committed. Jake, cheers, my friend. Cheers to a fantastic regular season, by the way. Cheers to all you out there tuned in. We made it, folks. The final weekend, the final Friday night of the regular season. Cheers to you all. Cheers to era. Appreciate you. Oh, that Blanton's is smooth, buddy. And I saw somebody ask, what letter did you get on the top? We got the letter S. We got the letter S. I found out recently, Jake, these are very valuable, like collector items, if you will. People try to get, I guess, all of the letters on the tops. So I got the letter S. So the collection starts now.
S for SEC.
S for SECU. Exactly. Guys, let's go around the league really quickly, update you on the latest scores. We do have one game that has gone final, that being, Jake, Texas A&M blanking the Georgia Bulldogs on their home field 6-0, evening the series in Athens just one short week after getting swept against Mizzou on their home field. And this is why we love college baseball, because it is truly just the most unpredictable, wacky shit you've ever seen. You never know what's going to happen. So that one's gone final, 6-0, A&M won. We've got Kentucky and Vandy in the top of the ninth. Vandy up 7-5. Florida down 7-2 to Alabama in the bottom of the eighth. LSU leads South Carolina 5-1 in the top of the seventh. Mississippi State up 12-3 on Mizzou, bottom of the sixth. Ole Miss beating Auburn 10-4, bottom of the sixth inning. Oklahoma up 5-1 on Texas, top of the fifth. And Arkansas up 6-4 on Tennessee after 4 complete. Jake, obviously, we've already had game one final last night. A lot of teams looking to win series, even series, what have you tonight. Your thoughts so far on the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, that Kentucky Vanderbilt series, I was watching a little bit of it. It has just been the weirdest game, I think, ever. Like, there's just been so many odd bounces, so many weird umpire plays. A&M's completely dead, right? Like, I don't know why we're wasting our time with that.
They won today. They won today.
That's their 11th SEC win. They needed to get to 14.
Oh, I mean, they're dead from the postseason standpoint for sure. They're dead from the postseason standpoint. But I mean, kudos to them for having the fight to go out and win a ball game today. I mean,
yeah,
really,
Gavin Cash had a home run, and then he had a 2 RBI double to add some insurance. Is that going to be the most frustrating team ever to miss the tournament, by the way? Because the wins are incredibly good, but the losses are just incredibly bad.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it yesterday. If they win this series against Georgia, Jake, they will officially be the most befuddling, confusing, frustrating, maddening team I think you've ever seen. Where it's like at their highest of highs, they were probably the team that we thought they were going to be. And at their lowest of lows, I mean, they got swept by Mizzou. So it's just like, yeah. I mean, it will. I need the 30 for 30. I need the documentary. Maybe that can be like your next life's work. Is the documentary on the 2025 Texas A&M Aggies baseball team.
They usually do documentaries about teams that actually win, so that one would just be like depressing. Sure. I feel like. I
mean, still, I'd love to know what happened, because it can't. Let me like Jake. We talk about A&M. It can't just simply be, well, they just didn't play good for the entire year, and I mean, it's not like the guys lost their talent, right? I mean, I know they lost some pieces from last year in the bullpen, especially, and it came back to bite them. But the season they had this year was inexcusable. I mean, there's just no other way to put it.
100%. I mean, it was just the weirdest thing ever, because they played really good without Gavin Cash, and there's not a soul in the country that would argue that they're a worse off team with Gavin Cash in the lineup. He returns to the lineup, and people just suddenly stop hitting. Like, it's just the weirdest thing. Yeah. And then, like you said, he had 5 and 6 RBIs tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. In the preseason, we would have said them going on the road for a regional, like as a 2 seed, would have been a bad year for them. I really believe that. Like, with the preseason expectations. And then, obviously, the target got moved a little bit when we got in season and they started winning, and you're like, okay, as long as they just get to the postseason, like, whatever. But that's like what I was talking to you last week, and good on you, by the way, for hitting me up, because that video we did Saturday night of last week, it actually did go crazy. A lot of Aggies on that, a lot of views on that. We appreciate y'all blowing it up. But, yeah, I mean, a forgettable season, to say the very – and, dude, and a season in which you're not going to go to the postseason. You fell flat on your face. You had all these big-time expectations, and Texas wins the SEC. By the way, that's what we really probably should have been leading this off with, Jake. We have an SEC champion. It's over.
Yeah.
The Texas
They clinched
Longhorns.
it before Tennessee won technically. Yeah. Max Blue had the big hit in the top of the ninth. Just the adversity that this team has faced, and that's going to be a lot of the stuff that we talk about. But, I mean, Spencer being out for the year, Mendoza DHing because of an injury, Adrian Rodriguez has missed time due to an injury. They don't have a Sunday guy. They really don't have – their Sunday guys now pitching on Friday due to injuries. Just an incredible job from, not from David Pierce, from Jim Schlossnagel, from Max Wiener. But I think the huge credit has to go to Nolan Cain. I mean, the roster that he was able to flip in such a short time in this portal, I think has done wonders. I think he should win Assistant of the Year.
Yeah, I would agree. Obviously a hot name. It's funny, we've all kind of forgotten about the Mississippi State job opening. Certainly that will be a top storyline over the next few weeks or whenever state season ends.
I've heard they have a guy, by the way.
They've got a guy. Okay. I mean, I'm sure at this point, it's been a few weeks. I would imagine I would imagine at this point they would have a guy they're like locked in on.
Yeah. And, I'm sure the athletic director has the courtesy to not leak who it is while this person's playing, unlike a few guys last year. I believe Mississippi State prides itself as a university. Mm-hmm. So I believe they have a guy. They're just going to wait till that person's season is finished.
By the way, note on the Aggies really quickly because I just saw this. Not only does A&M win 6-0, Justin Lampkin, 15 strikeouts, complete game shutout at Foley Field. Incredible. Let me ask you this, Jake. How concerned are we with Georgia now? Are we starting to get concerned with Georgia?
I don't think so. I mean,
no?
They pretty much last night with their win locked up their hosting as they got to 17. We know that this team's really struggled on the road the entire year. But lucky for them, they're just going to play Foley, which I think they'll be 100% fine. They feel like an Omaha favorite regardless of who gets put in there. As long as they don't leave Foley, they're fine. If they leave Foley, though, that's a completely different story. So they better hope they're not like a 10 or somebody like that.
What's your feel right now on SEC teams in Omaha? Number of SEC teams. Not which ones, but 5?
5.
I'm hoping you're right. Yeah. The more the merrier for us. The more the merrier. That sounds about right, though, honestly. That sounds about right.
Yeah, 5 with 2 at ACC. I don't know. I feel like the Big 12 doesn't get shut out back-to-back years. And then you always got to root for a mid-major. It's
who do you think from the Big 12 makes it?
If you would have asked me this Wednesday night, I would have said Arizona. They lose to a terrible Houston team. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I would have said TCU. But they're getting their crap kicked out of them by Utah. So,
jeez.
West Virginia, maybe.
By the way,
either the Big 12 is the deepest league in the country, or they're just all equally shitty.
I was going to say on that note, our guy Chinook comments, cannot wait for the wild take from Jake tonight. I was like, okay, maybe that was the wild take coming up.
Yeah, the bourbon
this is fun. I got to say, JD65, I can't believe you guys hate Texas that much. You should have led with that. Where is this coming from?
I think I've been to
what did I say? What did we say? I don't hate Texas.
I've been to more Texas games, I think, than anybody in national media. I'd like to point that out. And I'm paying to go to games. I would like to point that out, too.
Earlier, JD65, man, you hate Texas. Say it. I promise I don't. I promise you I don't hate Texas. Nothing but love. I mean, technically, when I moved closer to Texas from where I was.
What's the worst college town in the SEC, since you've a connoisseur of college towns?
Well, here's the thing. Like, the one that everybody tells me is the worst college town, I haven't been to. Everybody says Starkville.
I think Norman.
I've never been there either.
I love the facilities that Oklahoma has. I love the people of the Sooner State. Mm-hmm. But Norman, Oklahoma is all the crappiness of a city campus without with the luxury of being in a small town. Like, there's nothing to eat near it. The parking sucks. It's just a terrible campus.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things on Norman for sure. So the ones I went to, I mean, like, and dude, it sounds like such a cop-out answer, but dude, I loved them all, man. Like, I mean, I mean, listen, I live in Nashville now, so I'll say this. Like, this isn't a college town in any capacity. Like, at least Austin, like, Texas is a huge part of Austin. Jake, you could visit Nashville and never know Vandy exists. You just never know. They're tucked away over in the West End. And I got nothing but, like, I love the Vandy guys. I ran into our good buddy. So we went out last night. First night out ever ever living here. Went out last night, had a good time. In my local neighborhood where I'm living. Ran into our guy, Trevor Hewlin, who is one of the co-hosts on the Door Report. Funny enough, he's like walking home, or he was in the neighborhood. I guess he's leaving the Vandy game, something. Run into him. So that was really cool. I love those Vandy guys. They're great. But, I mean, Nashville's not a college town.
I think Austin isn't a college town, but
it's a great city. I mean, Nashville's
but West Campus is. West Campus definitely feels like a college town.
Austin's a blast too, man. I mean, I loved Austin. You know what I thought was a little bit overrated, and I might catch some heat for this. Like, not that it was bad, but it got hyped up so much, and maybe I just didn't get the full experience. I thought Dixon Street was just all right.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Auburn.
No, I mean, I thought Auburn was cool. It's a small, quaint little. It's a small. I mean, it is a college town out of like a Hallmark movie. Like, it really is like. And that's kind of how Oxford is too. Oxford is very small, like very small. The square is tiny, but loved Oxford. I mean, I really loved them all, dude. I know that's such a cop out, but I loved them all. Each experience was unique, and I will say. My experiences when I'm traveling, they're like, just to give everybody a heads up. Like, if you don't like what I say about your school, just keep it a buck. My experiences are only as good as my tour guides. So the better the tour guide who can actually show me the ropes and put me in position to have fun, the more fun I'm gonna have, and the nicer things and the better things we're gonna have to say. Like, if I go,
Auburn was very overrated. I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing that holds Auburn back for me is I feel like every college town needs like a signature restaurant. You know, like Austin has Cain and Abel's or something like that.
I didn't go there. I didn't go there when I went.
Well, they moved it.
I did go to Terry Black's.
Terry Black's, but there's no signature Auburn restaurant. Like, there's that like Mama whatever place. I thought that place sucked.
I don't know. I thought Auburn was cool. I mean, I had no problem with Auburn. Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, I've only been once. That was for the football game last year, and yeah, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think, dude. You know what I love? I love Gainesville, dude. I love Gainesville. I know I'm gonna catch flag. Everybody thinks I'm a which it's so funny, Jake. Like, because of the going on the road, and now we're starting to kind of, when we go places, like, hey, if you're gonna take care of us and give us some merch, like, I'll be happy to rock it, whatever. Like, I've rocked a couple of different teams at this point. So I got a section of people that think I'm a Florida fan. Section of people think I'm dude. There's a lot of people they straight up are like, he's an LSU fan. 1,000%. He's like, listen, I'm honored to be lumped in with the LSU fan base. No better group of people I'd rather be lumped in with. There's Texas fans that think I'm an Aggie homer. They think I'm full Aggie. There's Aggies that think I'm full Texas. Gig'em Bart thinks I'm a Texas fan. You know, I mean. I think
I'm the opposite, where everybody thinks I just hate their team. Nobody can figure out who I'm a fan of.
I don't know. Everybody thinks I love their rival. That's what
Everybody thinks I'm a fan of somebody because I hate on them. So, like, Georgia fans think I'm a Florida homer because I hate Georgia. Auburn they think I'm Bama homers. But can you address Gig'em Bart's comment about the Dixie Chicken being mid? That is blasphemous.
Let me see. Let me go back.
I'd put
There we go. Hot take. The Dixie Chicken is mid. I don't even know what the Dixie Chicken is.
I'd put it top 3 college restaurants I've been to. I'd put Wright's. Wright's in Fayetteville's number 1. The Little Dewey in Starkville's number 2, and then the Dixie Chicken.
Jake's got a jersey from every team.
Not yet. We're still chasing Auburn, LSU, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. Those are the 4 we're missing.
Wow, Jake, by the way. Top of the 9th, Kentucky with a 3 spot. They take the lead 8-7. Can Vandy walk it off again? They'll attempt to.
Mississippi
could be a fun rubber match tomorrow in the West End for sure. Dude, how about Hey, let's irritate some of the LSU people in here who I love dearly. But how about that game last night in Columbia?
The pulmonary special.
Woo! Golly.
It's because the game didn't go after midnight. LSU was just confused.
Yeah, the game was too early.
Yeah, they're probably
we got to start at 9:45 Central, or LSU just shuts it down. They're the Hoover rain delay specialist. They need that Hoover rain delay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Which, by the way, we'll talk a little bit of Hoover. When we hit 1,000 live viewers, we'll drop a big Omaha announcement. We got a big announcement to share with you all. We won't even be making this announcement on social media for the next few weeks, but I don't even want to hold this in. We'll let you all know we hit that. We're 824 right now, so y'all keep it coming. Yeah, I'm seeing some of the LSU folks. I have somebody texting me. He says, my guy Matt Beard with Chinook says, careful your next words. Careful. That invite to the box is getting rescinded. Don't you talk about that game last night. It is 5-1 LSU right now, the bottom of the seventh. Can they hold on? Will the bullpen actually do the job? We'll see.
Let's give a shout out to Joy for surviving Shreveport, by the way. No, that was very rough.
How about Joy? Joy? Had a girl, Joy. Let's go. She got in, got out. I've never been to Shreveport, but based off her experience,
you're lucky.
She speaks on it. I don't think I should ever go. No,
that place is a dump.
All right, let's go. Which one should I do? What's the sound in here? Dun, 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 dun. Is that the web gem or that's the score update, right? Yeah, that's the score update. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go to Norman, Oklahoma, where the Texas Longhorns have put up a 4 spot in the 5th to tie it at 5 apiece. 5-5, OU Texas. How about it?
OU just can't put Texas away. They were butting on them. They had the Goodyear blimp there. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah,
wow, the Goodyear big time.
Up in Norman.
You are looking live at Norman, Oklahoma. Oh, let's see. Ryan Galvan, big swing of the bat, 2-run RBI double, I believe. They got it to 5-4.
I'm a big fan of his nickname, El Cuda.
Cuda, yeah, I saw the tweet. Cuda comes through. I'm like, who is Cuda? By the way, Jake, are you familiar with Academa? Have you ever heard of Academa? Baseball brand or gloves? I
think I actually have one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I was showing this off on the show yesterday. This is actually my college
glove. I have one of those.
Check it out. Your boy's got the name stitched. Big time, baby.
I have a Penn State Academa glove.
I don't even know if they make gloves anymore, to be honest with you.
I think so, because I bought it from a coach that got fired.
By the way, we got somebody asking about Harrison Fan. I wanted to give you all an update. He texted us in our group chat and said that he quote, had an event I made an appearance at, end quote. I mean, Harrison's the hottest man in Atlanta, dog. Harrison, a lot of his services are being called everywhere in Atlanta. Does Harrison run Atlanta? Like, is Harrison actually like Batman and we just don't know? He's just like billionaire
Fridays,
playboy.
Though. Huh? I think it's just a Friday thing. Like,
no, he's busy tomorrow too. He's busy tomorrow too.
Oh wait, Chris, do we want to address the rumors about the hog pen?
You can fill me in after this comment. Per back channel, Harrison Fans had a gala event where he was late as the guest of honor. That's it. That's probably it. Yeah. Sorry. So what's the hog pen rumors going around? I'm not familiar with this.
So there's a civil war going on in the hog pen, which, by the way,
war going on in the hog pen.
The admin of the Arkansas baseball page, I guess, was oblivious to it, or it is Arkansas, so they do love chaos. But there's a civil war brewing between the students of Arkansas who have to go to class, and they said that the hog pen's for them, and then the Arkansas faithful who camp out there to get the best spots. The students have started to complain, and the parents are not backing down out there. So I want to give my allegiance to the adults that are out there, mostly because they don't scream obscenities at players like this college students have been known to do. But that's the update for you on the Arkansas Civil War.
Okay.
No one. It's because Tony V was too tame, so they had to start picking fights with each other.
I couldn't have lived without that update, Jake. Moobly, Woo Pig Suey, we are sipping on some bourbon. We got the Blantons celebrating final Friday night of the regular season. First Friday night spikes in the new studio. And the move to Nashville for your boy, SEC Unfiltered headquarters. By the way, speaking of Woo Pig Suey, actually saw a guy today. We were out exploring the neighborhood I'm in. Saw a guy wearing the Arkansas, I think, football. Like, it looked like he might have played. A little Woo Pig.
Arkansas just added on.
Did they really?
Yeah, they had an error by, is that Curly at third or at short?
I will be honest with you, Jake. I will be honest with you. And give me all the criticism you want. I don't have my normal setup tonight, so I don't have a TV in front of me with the game on. So, or any games on for that matter. That's on me.
By the way,
that's on me. I promise by next Friday night that will be corrected because we'll have baseball on while we're live. It will be corrected. We're going to get it.
Well, you're going to be in Hoover, right, on next Friday?
Well, I'm going to leave like Friday morning. So, because like we're staying Monday through Friday. I mean, again, we're going to get to see that. My goal was to see every team play. So, I guess it's a good point you make. If we're going to see every team play, I'd probably have to stay through the day on Friday. So I'm kind of TBD how long I'll stay Friday. I probably won't stay. I definitely won't stay for the second game because obviously I want to get, it's a 3-hour drive back to Nashville. I want to get back in time for Friday night spikes. So I won't stay for the second game, but I may go for the first for a little bit.
How many SEC teams have you seen pre-tournament?
Not a ton. I mean, Florida, LSU, Tennessee, Vandy, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi State. So I guess a decent amount. Texas, Ole Miss. Damn, I've seen more than I actually thought about. Well, I mean, that's 9. Is there anybody I'm missing?
I got a question for you, Chris.
I might go see Kentucky tomorrow.
That'll be a good one.
I may go over there for the game. I don't know yet.
Why is Liam Doyle still in the game after giving up 8 runs at 105 pitches?
It's a great question.
In a meaningless game for them. Because they're already going on the road, right?
I mean, if Tennessee took 2 out of 3 this weekend, I think you could make an argument.
They're going to the pen.
I think hey, how about this? Florida, bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the 9th. Granted, they're down 7, but dude, Vandy walked it off again. Oh my God. Dude, Vandy walked it off again. 9-8 the final. It hasn't even I'm looking on Warren Nolan, Jake. I apologize for spoiling it. Dude,
Vasty 2-run homer on senior night.
Dude, Kentucky had 16 hits and lost.
Jeez. How many errors did they have?
1. Vandy, 9 runs on 14 hits, no errors. Kentucky, 8 runs on 16 hits, 1 error. I'm telling you, college bullpens are wild. You just can't trust them. You cannot trust the bullpen in college. You can't trust a college kicker, and you can't trust a college bullpen. Those are 2 things you can't trust. I mean, you can't trust them. And you can't trust Harrison Fant to be on time.
I'd go as far as to argue you don't trust anybody on a staff past like your 4th pitcher. That's
a very good point. Yeah, there's few guys you really know what you're going to get out of them every single time.
I mean, Georgia only trusts 1 pitcher.
That's a good point. By the way, make it a 5-run 5th inning and counting for Texas. They're up 6-5, top of the 5th. And that one, just going back through some of this. Dude, how about Ole Miss, Jake?
Oh, that bounce back.
Putting belt to ass.
Did they end up getting the run rule?
It is 13-4.
State's
top of the 7th. They're hanging on for dear life.
State's up 10, but they got to run out third with 2 outs. So they're about to go final. I think Justin Parker needs to send, Michael Early some flowers or something for beating Missouri the week before. Because that was just a no-nonsense, low-stress type of series for them.
Sorry, I'm just tweeting about this Vandy game.
Doyle, 4 2/3, 11 hits, 6 earned runs, 10 Ks.
Damn. Uncharacteristic of him. What'd you think about Tennessee winning last night, man?
It was incredible. I think that, this is just a resilient bunch. I think a lot of people, after Arkansas beat Texas, which, it was a very bad weekend for Texas, kind of penciled in Arkansas to be in that upper echelon. They've quietly had a slide too as well.
I mean, listen, I will say this, and I forget who the guy is on Twitter, but he called me out. He called me out, and I'm going to give him credit. If you're watching, I give you credit because I've been very critical of Tennessee. I've been harsh of Tennessee because I think we know how good they can be and how they have not been playing up to that level. But if I'm being fair, Jake, I think I got to come down on Arkansas next. If they lose this
I was
series.
thinking that last night.
Bro, you've lost 5 of your last 6 series. Now, if they don't win this one, like, they haven't been good either. And I've been giving Arkansas a ton of credit.
They did beat Vandy, and they did beat Texas, which are 2 super regional teams.
Swept
Vandy.
Texas. Swept Vandy. Yeah, I was there. That's where when I was there. They look damn good. So, but we got to be fair, though.
I think they're an upper echelon SEC team where we can start actually nitpicking them.
Right. I mean, I think that's what people have to understand too. And I think Tennessee fans, they think Texas fans think I hate them. And by the way, I believe our guy Mobley just updated us. He says Arkansas run rule, or is he talking about a different game?
I think he's talking about the Vandy game.
Okay. Yeah, they did run rule Vandy. No, I was just gonna say though, when we're nitpicking, like you said, Jake, it's not like we're coming out saying they suck. It's just like they are not playing to the level they're nearly capable of. Listen, contrary to popular belief of everybody out there, guess what? I want everybody's team to make it to Omaha.
It's kind of like possible. This, Chris.
I'd love all 8 spots to be SEC teams.
We are Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, and Tennessee is Matt Damon. And, we don't nitpick Missouri or these crappy teams. They're Ben Affleck. So you want to be Matt Damon where we nitpick you.
Yes. Listen, once the coach stops chewing you out, that's when you should be worried because he's giving up on you.
Chinook's got a good question. Who's your SEC player of the year and SEC pitcher of the year?
Pitcher of the year, I'd probably go Kyson Witherspoon.
I'd go Doyle.
Him or Liam Doyle.
I'd have to go. Oh, no.
What's up? Player of the year, I'm going to go Q.E. Aloy.
I want to go what's the kid from Bama? I can't think of his name right now.
Justin LeBron?
No, the other one. Give me a second.
Bartimolo or whatever?
No, not Richie Bonamolo.
Oh, Cade Snell.
Yeah, Cade Snell. Cade Snell's hitting 400.
Dude, here's the better question. Who's the SEC freshman of the year?
This is going to get a lot of hate, and you can clip this. But I got a lot of hate, so I went and pulled the stats. Tyler Bell from Kentucky is who should win it. You talk about a player that's the best player on a team that's going to a regional, Kentucky. He bats in the 2-hole, plays the best defense, I think, of any shortstop in the SEC. He's only not been on base a singular time, and he's currently on a 22-game hitting streak. He's a higher batting average than everybody other than Chris Rimbert, and his defense is worlds better than Chris Rimbert. Basically, the argument that LSU fans make for Curiel, you can make for Bell because Bell's had an even better year than Curiel.
What about Rimbert from Auburn, man? He's one that should be in that convo.
Yeah. Rimbert.
Our guy Drink Local Beham will get very upset if you don't mention Rimbert.
Yeah. Oh, I did mention him. I said
Yeah.
Bell's been the most important piece on his roster as a true freshman. Volantis, he's a closer. I feel like a closer can't win that award. even though he's broken a ton of records, it's the SEC freshman for saves. He's been their best player. I just feel Bell's been more instrumental to his team's success.
What about Derek Curiel? Where's he at in this combo for you?
I think he's fourth. And I know that feels outrageous to say, but when you really kind of dig into it, first off, it's a very insane year for SEC. But
it is. No, that race is crazy. That race is crazy.
Oh, it's insane.
Picking the freshman of the year, like some fan base is going to be livid. There's going to be 3 fan bases that are going to be livid. If I had to guess, Jake,
it's going to be Curry.
I think Volantis will win it.
Really?
Dude, Texas won the league. I think he's an easy answer. I'm predicting that they're going to give it to Volantis.
I don't know.
I'm saying that would be my pick. I think that's who the media is going to pick. If I had to pick,
I think it's the coaches that vote on it, by the way.
Oh, is it the coaches? Okay.
I believe so.
If the coaches vote on it, I probably will go Curiel.
Yeah, Curiel. I think Curiel's the one who wins it, just due to, I think, the hype machine around LSU, what their media team's done for him. But I think the best freshman has got to be, Tyler Bell up at Kentucky. He was also rated higher.
But you know what? And you know what? He probably won't win it because he plays for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Let's just call it for what it is.
Mm-hmm. Like but he was rated higher in the MLB draft pipeline.
Than Curiel?
Yeah.
Damn. Just doesn't get the hype. It just doesn't move the needle like that. I mean, dude, you got to give Curiel a lot of credit. He has been the straw that has stirred the drink for LSU at the top of the lineup.
Yeah.
He's been the table setter for, one of the best, a really good lineup. So, Jake, I said that when we hit 1,000 live viewers, we're going to drop a big announcement. We're at over 1,200. So, that being said, like I said, I always feel like I love sharing news with the folks that are tuned in live, giving you guys extra nuggets, things we haven't even dropped on social media, anything that, the other, whatever. Just as a kind of like a thank you to you all, and I feel like it's kind of an early access thing. But we have got some incredibly exciting news that got finalized yesterday. Only myself, Jake Mckeever, and Harrison Fant know.
Well, and one other person knows.
Oh, yeah. Micah knows.
Well, I was going to say the owner.
Oh, yeah, and the owner. Mark your calendars, folks. Mark your calendars. Monday, June the 16th. College World Series, Omaha, Nebraska. SEC Unfiltered, the wind-up. Live from Rocco's. Across the street from the ballpark, 11-1, just before the games get going on that Monday. So it'll be post-opening weekend, and it'll be right in that normal wind-up slot, which is really, really cool. And we'll be there taking Jell-O shots, hanging out with fans, obviously. Really, really excited. Let's clap it up one time. Appreciate the folks at Rocco's reaching back out. Thank you for them accommodating us. Like I said, we have not made this announcement publicly. We'll be putting together a graphic and what have you and getting this out over the next few weeks. It's going to be a blast, though. I mean, it's going to be incredible. I can't wait. Myself and Harrison Fant holding it down. We might have Jake Mckeever pop in. We might have some special guests pop in, hang out, shoot the shit. Of course, we'll be talking about what happened over the weekend, the games that day, the rest of the week. It'll be really cool, like I said, being in that Monday slot, our normal kind of wind-up slot. But, yeah, SEC Unfiltered, live from Rocco's, the Jell-O shot capital of the world. And, of course, we will be promoting the Jell-O Shot Challenge. We will be – hey, listen, if you want us to help your cause, we'll take whichever fan base wants to buy Jell-O shots for us. Equal opportunity. It's equal opportunity. If you don't, fine. We're just going to get one of each, and we'll do them on air.
No, just SEC. Just SEC.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Just SEC teams. That's what I meant. One of each of the SEC teams. No. Hell no. Yeah, I funny enough, the only Jell-O shot I did last year, Jake, and obviously that was my first Omaha experience. I only did one, and it was live on air. I'm live on air on my phone, sitting outside at Rocco's, like middle of the day. Kentucky fan comes up to me, hands me a Jello shot. That's the only Jello shot I did the whole time. So, yeah, it's going to be a blast, guys. Again, I can't say thank you enough. The love, the support. Obviously, these opportunities like this wouldn't be possible without you guys, and it's just such a blessing, man. I mean, last year was a lot of fun, obviously, being there and taking it all in, but I've been saying for weeks and months now that this go-around in Omaha I'm so excited for because we're going to be doing so much more from the content perspective, and this is just a little piece of that. We're going to try to do 2 or 3 other live on location shows, whether that's at Rocco's again, whether that's at another location, ideally another location, kind of try to spread the love. We've been talking with our guys over at Chinook. I'm sure they won't mind me saying this. We've been talking with them about doing some collaboration stuff, maybe a live on location type of thing. We'll definitely be doing some vlogging stuff with them. It's going to be a blast, and I'm really, really excited. And thank you to Harrison. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to our entire team and all you supporting. So, fired up, man. I was giddy all day yesterday. I woke up giddy this morning. I was like, dude, I can't believe we're doing a live show at Rocco's, dog, at the College World
can't
Series.
wait.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's
as long as they don't have
awesome.
the fireball Jello shots, those were absolutely terrible.
Oh, see, I didn't have those last year.
I'd
be down to try it.
That was when LSU was there. They kept running out of Jello shots, so they were having to like import them from like 3-4 states over. So they were just taking what they could get, and yeah, those fireball ones were nasty.
By the way, our guy Chinook says, good chance Harrison is late for that too. Yeah, it only feels right, man. Hey, Gig and Bart, if anyone wants my Omaha Airbnb, let me know. Hey,
that's a very cursed Airbnb.
A lot of folks in here. A lot of folks in here that I'm sure could use it. So, Chinook says 100 men versus 1 Bear Jones. Give me Bear Jones. What, he must have went yard. I'm not watching, obviously. It is 7-1, top of the 8th. So he must have hit a 2-run home.
Yeah, he hit a tank. If Bear Jones were to be a bear, what bear would he be?
Oh, polar bear, for sure.
I'd say grizzly bear.
LSU fans, what bear is Bear Jones? We need to know.
Mississippi State final, 13-3 over Missouri. Ace Reese hits his 15th homer of the year.
Dude, Hunter Hines set the home run record. Congrats to Hunter Hines.
Good for him.
The all-time leader. The all-time leader. I know you say, Jake, there should be an asterisk because he took longer, but record's a record.
I mean Rafael Palmeiro is a Hall of Famer if he's not a cheater, so.
Good point.
Do you think that Hunter is going to have it's going to be called the Hunter Hines Center now instead of the Palmeiro Center?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
Ooh, here comes Tennessee.
So, Jake, what are you doing this weekend? You're not going anywhere?
No, I'm just hanging out.
Just hanging out. You're not going to Hoover?
No.
Right? Just hanging out. So when's the next road trip for you? Regionals, supers? What do you?
Regionals. I think we're going to try and get out somewhere. Obviously, when that time comes, we'll get out there. But I'm really hoping for TCU. I think Lupton would be a really fun regional.
I'm sure it's nice for you taking a few weeks. I trust me, as somebody that knows about that travel grind.
Oh,
it is nice when you're able to kick it up for like 2-3 weeks at least and be like, man, it is just nice to chill.
Yeah, I mean, it was from the weekend with you and LSU to Mike and I did 3 different games over the course of 3 days. And then last weekend I did 3 different games over the course of 3 days. So yeah, it's been nice to kind of just ease.
Dude, and I mean, dude, I'm traveling and going to like one series. You're going to 3 different games in 3 different days.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
I think the most brutal one was the Arkansas because we went 4 a.m. Friday morning, and then we got back to the hotel at like 2 a.m. because of the delay. And then we woke up at 6:30 to drive to Kansas. Went to that game. Didn't get to the hotel till I think 10 or 11. And then we woke up the next morning to drive to Norman. And then I don't think I hit my apartment till like midnight. So it was just a brutal long weekend. But we got to see some really great baseball. We got to crank some hog.
Got to crank some hog. I am excited to get to Hoover. First time ever for me.
Oh, Chris, there's one thing I should say about Kansas baseball.
Yeah.
It's actually pronounced Hoagland Ballpark. So that is kind of lost a little bit in translation. It's technically crank the Hogue.
Crank the Hogue.
Yeah, but I guess
Really?
some liberties were taken to make it crank the Hog.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. Anyways, I'm excited to get to Hoover, man. I've heard great things about it. Excited when we're going to be there. That's another thing. We'll be doing a live show on Monday from Hoover, myself and Harrison Fant, which he popped back here in the.
I was going to say we should have a
room.
special announcement.
Does he want me to put him in, or does he want to put himself in, or like
45 minutes late?
Okay.
Hats there he goes.
I was waiting for you to finish your conversation.
There he is, the man of the A, the man who runs the A. This man runs Atlanta.
Yeah.
This man is
guy.
the Bruce Wayne of Atlanta. Just
I'll
billionaire playboy that we just don't know. He's living a double life. We have no idea.
Chris, has anybody
That's why
ever
he's always
seen,
late. He's like taking the bat suit off.
Has anybody ever seen Harrison and Gucci Mane in the same room? Or are we sure that
I
that's
can
not the same
confirm that
person?
no one has.
Nobody has.
I will say I was about 10 minutes later than maybe 15 later than I anticipated because I went and picked up food.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're a late dinner guy, aren't you?
I missed a meal, and I was Shout out
late
Willie's.
dinner guy. Yeah.
Shout out Willie's Mexican and Grill. If you've never been,
Chris,
find one and go.
Have you accommodated to the central time zone yet?
I honestly, I'm really loving it, man.
It's
loving
the best time zone in the world.
It is. It is.
No,
from
it's
the
not.
standpoint
No
of
one
everything. Harrison,
even.
you're going to get crushed for that. You're going to get crushed for arguing that it's not. I mean,
really?
I do.
Because
like,
neither
dude,
LA or New York run off it.
I did like the fact
Kansas
that
City does.
A&M Georgia today started at 5:00 my time.
Oh, it's awesome.
That was nice. The game's over by 8. I love that. Love that. I mean, I'm excited to not have to stay up so late.
That means LSU still wins after midnight, right?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, for sure.
Well, now he's
no
in the
doubt.
same time zone as LSU, so he's accustomed to it.
Exactly. I mean, listen, they won at 1:17 a.m. instead of me watching them at home in South Carolina, or my former home at South Carolina last week, but it was 2:17 a.m. and I didn't get to bed at 3:00.
Yeah, I think it's been at 3 o'clock that day anyway, Chris.
I'll be honest. I think I texted you. I said I'm going to sleep. I'm not watching the rest of this game. I'll watch it in the morning.
Which one? Which time?
2:15 to watch a game that I'm not at. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, this is the third one, Harrison. Shouldn't your body be accustomed to watching the box after midnight?
No.
Well, I'd say for everyone.
Here's the thing.
If I'm at it, yeah.
Here's the thing. Fine by you. Go ahead, Harrison. If I went to sleep early and LSU hits a walk-off and I don't tweet about it till the morning, LSU fans are going to be like, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah, see,
if we're up, you should be up.
I don't have that obligation. I don't have access to the login, so I don't have to worry about it.
There you go.
I've seen everyone except for that Mississippi State one where they put up 7 in the first. I went to bed after that one, but every other, if you don't stay up, that's sacrilegious. You just need to turn in your media credentials.
As an LSU fan, if you don't, yes.
Just in general.
Oh,
right,
by the way.
Okay, so tell me this, Jake. If Hawaii and UC Irvine are playing, are you staying up for the whole game?
If it's on TV, which is 50-50.
It was on TV, and Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. I stayed up past first pitch at 1 a.m. I've been up past, what, was it 1 a.m.? I think it was almost 1 a.m.
I watched it when Oregon State was out there.
That was last week when you were up on Friday Night Spikes after me because I was like, I want to go watch the LSU game.
Yeah, at midnight, and I was like, you know what, I'll stay up a little bit. I ended at like 12:50.
I will give credit to Harrison. He went long.
Oh, my gosh. They just showed that Baird bomb. That thing was a piss missile.
By the way, guys, just got to Nashville, right? My second day here, tornado watch. I just got the notification. There's a tornado watch till 3 a.m. tonight. And you know what's bad? You know what sucks about that? Our plan was after this, I was going to take the boys, my brother and his friend helped me move in. Going to take them down to Broadway. I don't know if we should be fighting a tornado to get there.
You should do a tornado with a beer, Chris.
Chris, yeah. Tornado with a beer. But Chris, think about it. What better way to have a good story?
Leave them Broadway girls alone, Jake.
What better way to have a good story, Chris, than taking them Broadway with tornado warning on opening weekend and being out?
Yeah, Chris, your brother's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I remember I helped you move in, and then you fucked me out of 2 beers."
Hey, I will say, Chris, them Nashville beers going to cost you more than South Carolina beers. Anywhere in the state.
I know.
Like
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm like, I was telling my brother and his buddy, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be like going out. I'm not all of a sudden like going to be going out all the time because, dude, everywhere you go in Nashville, like it's $10 for a cocktail, bro, at minimum.
And try $10 for a beer.
Well, I mean, the beer, you can still get a beer for like $6, $7, especially
the specials too.
You can get a craft beer.
I caught that.
You can get like a craft beer for like $6 or $7, but yeah.
How many Gen Zs are in the chat that just caught that? I gotta know.
They caught what?
There's just you guys are really boomers for real. So
I don't even know what you said.
You said 6'7". Just look up 6'7" on TikTok,
Walker.
Instagram. You'll figure out real quick.
Dude,
Ethan Walker, man, for Texas.
Look it up. Look up 6'7" on TikTok. You'll find
6'7" on TikTok.
I'll be honest, I don't fully understand it, but
hey, for any Texas fans in the chat, what are y'all's opinions on the lax mustache policy? Are y'all big fans of it?
What do you mean, like relax?
Okay, so I'm seeing it on TikTok now. I'd never seen this.
I just happened to run into it, and someone told me, and I was like, you know what? I guess I should be informed. Hey, shout out to
it's that song. It's that song.
I can remember who it is, but yeah.
That's
Chris,
you want to hear the most boomer thing from me? A lot of people in the chat will respect it. When you say 6'7", like the 6'7" thing, I think of the Lil Wayne song, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8
Yeah,
foot.
you know what it was?
Because that song came out like 2011, maybe.
Hey, nothing like rapping 6 foot, 7 foot, Lil Wayne on the way to 5th grade with some AirPods.
That was from the Carter.
Literally 2011, by the way.
Headphones and my iPod, nothing.
Literally, by the way, released 2011. I called that 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. That's what I think.
Carter 3.
That's what I think when I think that was the Carter 4.
Wow.
It was the Carter 4.
Is that the one that was late?
I don't know.
Carter 4 was late. Or no, it's like what was it?
Chris, what's your favorite Boozy album?
But
my favorite Disney album?
No, Boozy Badass.
I want to shout out Oklahoma. I want to shout out some softball scores, Chris. Tennessee winning 17-0. I think in softball.
I saw Florida run rule too.
Florida run rule. I didn't see that one yet, but
of course I saw the Florida score. That's what they're going to say.
Hey,
of course you did.
Let's give the Aggies some love, Chris. Let's give the Aggies some love.
How about Justin Lampkin? How about Justin Lampkin? 15 punchies.
Hey, against one of the best offenses.
Hey, how about the fact Justin Lampkin didn't even reach a 3-ball count tonight? Now that's crazy.
You know what that's called?
College pitchers don't have command like that.
Dialed.
That is dialed.
Did LSU end up winning in softball, Harrison?
What?
Did LSU win in softball? I saw they were losing.
I didn't see that score.
They played Southern.
Southern who?
Southern, like the HBCU.
Like University of the South? Wait,
are you pulling my leg right now?
No, that's Swanee, the University of the South.
Have you never heard of the Southern Jaguars?
No, I have now. I didn't know if you were just being short to abbreviate.
I think Swanee's a D3, by the way.
Hey, Missouri lost to an HBCU, and then they beat Texas A&M.
I think they lost to 2 HBCUs. Oh, speaking of HBCUs.
LSU lost, Daily Joy said. Also, sorry, Daily Joy didn't stay for the game. Oh, well.
I want to give a big shout-out to Arkansas Pine Bluff returning to the SWAC
They lost
tournament.
to Southeast Louisiana. That's sad, LSU. Joy.
Sorry, Joy. Thank you for keeping me humble. It was Southeast.
LSU lost. What else is new? Well, they are the number 1 team in the nation. What else is new, Guillaume?
I'm going to be honest with you. I could probably name Bree Ellis, and I don't think I can name a single other softball player.
There's one at Kansas that I know of.
Oh, Jordy Ball. Let me see.
Total side note, have y'all seen the AI videos of people doing podcasts, but they're all babies?
Yeah, I saw the Pat McAfee one when the kid's
I'm like, how are
when that kid called in, he's like just cussing out a storm. He goes, I want to tell you how inspirational, motivational, blah, blah. And then he goes, and F Boston Scott. And everyone's like, oh, and they're all just baby faces. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah,
Hedra is the AI generated talking babies. Like we need to get one of those. I'd like to get a video of us as talking babies. That would be funny.
Someone in the
No?
chat.
Can you imagine just the three of us here, but we're all babies? That would be funny.
Bama went
All
final.
three
by the way.
babies with hats on.
Chris, Alabama takes game 2, split, earning their 16th win in SEC play. Florida has 3 errors.
Thank you, Chinook. Thank you. It means I look young. Hey, we're not going for best beard anymore. We're not going for best beard.
Cut the beard. It's Run Club, keeping him young. Run Club's keeping him tight, keeping him.
Harrison, are you looking for a run club in Omaha while you're here?
Ooh, I should. I just reached out to Nike about needing some new shoes, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, a partnership.
Man said he reached out to Nike about getting.
Nike,
you know what he did, Jake? He placed an order on Nike.com.
Hey, go check my Instagram story.
Just call people over at Nike. You mean you ordered them online?
Chris, go check my Instagram story. I did not buy a new pair of Nikes. I just hit 500 miles in my Nike Zoom Fly 5s.
Don't test me. I'll call my people. I'll call some folks around the SEC that are Nike sponsored that'll hook your boy up with some kicks.
You'll call one person.
Oh no, 2.
2? Okay.
You and I've got the same connection in Austin, bud. Same connect.
Mine's way deeper.
Talk to him today. Talk to him today.
You texted him today?
Just saying.
Oh, poor Harrison.
Well, I mean, when somebody wins the SEC championship, you should reach out and congratulate them.
I will say, Chris, my newest connection did leave me on red yesterday.
Poor guy.
He's busy. He's got a big role now.
Harrison Fant shoe line coming soon. Only sizes 6 and 7. Shipping is late as fuck. When it says it'll be there. Hey, Harrison's. If Harrison was in charge of our merch,
Whoa, no.
The shipping would say it'll get there when it gets there.
Well, no,
that'd be the tagline.
In charge of merch right now. It's the same thing. You want to talk about the text you sent me earlier? I sent them the address
to Mellon. Which, by the way, who the hell's my?
I did. I sent it to him. I did. What are you going to do?
I said over under. I'll have a Mellon hat to wear before Hoover. He goes, "We're on the street. You might have by the end of the week." That was 2 weeks ago.
But I will tell you this. Speaking of things where I'm going to keep a social contract with you, I'm going to keep a promise. Now the fact that we are doing the live show at Rocco's, which we announced that right before you got on, Harrison, I let the people know. We've got to have a baseball helmet for that. We have to have one. I cannot bring the football helmet to Omaha and have that as the display. Too. That would be silly. Said what?
Hey, you can't. You got to bring more than stickers too. What if you brought an SECU bat as well to put in front of the helmet?
Or I could just take the bat I have and put an SECU sticker on it.
What bat is it?
It's like it's a freaking, where is it? Somewhere in.
Should I reach out to some friends at Rawlings?
I don't know where it is.
You don't have friends at Rawlings.
Jake.
Oh, here we go. Dude, look. This is a legitimate Louisville Slugger game used by a minor leaguer. There is a hilarious story about this bat.
I have an MLB
that I would rather not tell you all on air. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Yeah. This is a legitimate bat,
man. The mark on it. Does it have the Sharpie mark by the handle in the circle right there? Keep going. Yeah, right there. It's got to have okay, good. It's authenticated then.
Let's go, baby. Look at that. We got the.
I just love that y'all are going at it in our chat. Bart and Sandman.
9/11. Look at this. 9/11/2015.
Oh, it's dated. That's cool. Hey, Chinook wouldn't know because he didn't show up, and maybe he showed up at the end. I did wear an SECU hat, Chris, on the show.
You did. Yeah, you did.
I did. It was for Chris's new move.
I just can't wait until Harrison meets Matt and the guys from Chinook after all this.
You know what? He's probably like 5'6", 5'7".
I tell you this, Daily Joy in the comments, Marucci had her bust. You get me Marucci gear or anything, I will rock the shit
Daily Joy.
And I say bet on that.
You
Bet
can just
on
call her
that.
Joy, Harrison.
Marucci-
You met her.
Marucci hat or bust.
You can just
I
call
don't
her
think
Joy.
no. Harrison hasn't met Joy.
Oh, no.
I'm supposed to tomorrow. She said. She told me I'm supposed to meet her tomorrow. We got Porch
ATL
Fest.
connection. ATL.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chris, I got a big event tomorrow all day. I'm not going to be available to watch college.
I got to go see my people at said event.
Yeah.
Hey,
I will say it.
By the way,
There's
Braves
no
beat-
way
Bra-
Joy's
Bra-
going to
Hey,
Club,
Braves
by
beat the
way.
Red Sox. Braves beat the Red Sox.
Hey,
Peace up, A-Town down.
you already know.
Do it for the
You own
boys.
that
Do it for
city.
the boys.
Hey,
Do it for
Chris
the
Sale went back
boys.
and shoved. You want to talk about a game? Chris Sale versus Garrett Crochet, both shoving. I mean, there are only 3 hits worth. I think not 3. It's only 3 runs with 3 solo shots. But yes, Chris, I do have an event tomorrow called Porch Fest in Atlanta. It's the biggest event I think in Atlanta, maybe of the year.
Porch Fest. Is it like
Is
concert?
this going to be a whites
like,
only event
It
like
is.
the picture you sent us last week?
Hey, Ibiza was a vibe, bro. Ibiza was a vibe. But no, hear me out. Porch Fest, it's basically in Virginia Highlands. They shut it down like all the roads, and everyone just has bands playing in their driveway and on the lawn. And there's just food trucks, there's just beer trucks. It's awesome. Everyone just walks around.
Harrison, is this going to interfere with you training for the marathon?
No, I'm doing a high rocks workout tomorrow morning. Don't worry.
Love that.
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna
we're
earn our day.
curious.
Chris, we're gonna earn our day. But and then after that, Chris, in the evening, Breakaway Fest is coming to Atlanta.
Woof. Sandman. Woof. Woof. Woof.
Hey, I will be honest. I don't have Hinge on my phone. I don't need it. I don't need it like Jake does when actually Jake's locked down. I can't say that. Chris, Chris and Broadway, you're gonna find just bridesmaids, Chris. You gotta watch out.
Yeah, I mean, I think in Nashville, Harrison, you don't have to have Hinge or Tinder or Bumble. Just literally walk outside.
Yeah, but none of them are gonna be
Chris
there.
kind of looks like an up-and-coming country star, so I think he'll be all right in Nashville.
Put some. Hey,
I will say the last time I was here for the Vandy Arkansas series, we went out to the place. Actually, I went last night. I had someone ask me, a female, if you will, if I did music. I was like, I feel like that's a compliment.
Chris, you should change your last name to like Vitello and just pretend to be Tony V's brother.
I
feel
have
like
gotten
that's
that comparison. My biggest flex in life, though, is I look like Tony, but I'm taller than him.
And Tony's engaged, by the way, too now. So
no, he's not.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
What? Where is this news?
Send that in the chat.
let me find it.
Where is
told me.
this news?
I cannot promise that
All
I'll be
the
here
women
tomorrow.
of the SEC just shrieked.
Every woman did. Women of none of the SEC did too. But
Yeah, my sister was asking me if I had Tony V's number like
Dude,
last
no
year.
shot. No,
Let me finish
I just
about
looked
my
up
game.
Tony Vitello engaged on Twitter, and there is nothing. This would be all over Twitter, Jake.
Jake is the most. That's the biggest.
Are you, brother? If you have proof of this, you need to be breaking this news immediately.
Sarah Mitchell.
Are we breaking it here?
Breaking news.
Chris,
yeah,
look
look.
up, Jake, look up when you say this so we can clip it.
April 2nd, breaking Tennessee baseball coach Tony Vitello announces his engagement as the wedding bells ring. Sarah Mitchell. And again,
On what?
Let me find out.
I mean, it's all over TikTok and Threads.
Oh, then it must be true.
Stop it.
Someone told me that. Yeah.
Jake, you would be a Threads guy. God,
You're a Threads guy, Jake?
you would
No,
be.
I do not have Threads. It recommends people that have Threads, Harrison, and we follow each other on social media. You would know if I was on Threads.
Wouldn't because I'm not on Threads.
I just Googled it. And Gemini must be right. Yeah, Sarah Mitchell.
Brother.
Let me find out. Yeah, the AI answers that. Bro, you need to look at the picture.
I mean, there's a
Bro,
Sarah
don't look at the
and
pictures.
Tony. There's a Sarah and Tony on TikTok that definitely ain't Tony.
It's
Vitello.
definitely not.
Is that what it is? Just a
Brother.
random Italian guy named Tony?
No, I'm gonna find out.
This is Sarah and Tony guy. That ain't Tony V.
They're playing. They're on the road, so I don't know if he's. Let me find out.
That ain't Tony V. Dog.
I blame
dude,
Andrew.
This is an
Andrew
off the wall Friday night.
Dude,
Spike,
I can't
by the
even
way.
ask that question. I'm gonna sound so dumb if I'm not asking. I don't trust.
Hey
you.
man,
ask-
great. Hey, great. Sorry about the loss tonight. Are you engaged?
I was going to find out before the game ends from a different source.
What'd you think of?
Hey man,
Hey, big rubber match tomorrow.
Hey man, just checking in. Want to see how you were doing. By the way, is Tony engaged?
You think Keelan sticks it short? And are you taking?
You guys are so dumb.
Oh
Jake,
my
I'm not
God.
trusting any breaking news you say. I'm not even reaching out.
I didn't break the news. I read it.
That was
I read it on Reddit.
that was crazy though. That was crazy to get that wrong. This is an off the wall Friday Night Spikes. We got our guy Sandman in the comments shooting a shot at Joy. We've got
No way.
Harrison's. We're learning about Harrison's dating tendencies and run club. And,
Chris, I actually have an event tomorrow that I got invited to. Breakaway Music Festival in Atlanta is at Truist Park, of all places. A friend of mine, we're going VIP experience to Celsius.
Are you gonna film it?
Maybe. We'll see.
all right, so JD65 wants scores. That is a good point. Let's update the scores really quickly. LSU upset on South Carolina 8-1, top of the ninth. Ole Miss up 13-8. All of a sudden, Auburn storming back, top of the eighth, 13-8.
Home run right now
Ole
from
Miss.
Auburn. That Cooper McMurray? Yep.
Yeah, Auburn is making a comeback. Texas up 6-5, top of the seventh against Oklahoma. Arkansas up 8-4, top of the seventh against Tennessee. Bama beat Florida 9-. Dude, Florida scored 4 in the bottom of the ninth, by the way, but loses that game 9-6. Vandy walks off Kentucky again, 9-8. Texas A&M.
Guess who Arkansas has warming up right now?
Beetle cheese.
Really?
In the bullpen warming up.
Yeah.
That's why he
And
was
Fouch.
with TBA.
Texas A&M blanks Georgia 6-0 behind 15 strikeouts from Justin Lampkin. CG and State beats Mizzou. Run rule in 7, 13-3. And Hunter Hines breaks the all-time state career home run record. Congratulations.
So is Gage Wood not pitching this weekend?
He's pitching game 3. Game 3.
I thought it was TBA.
They put TBA for game 2.
Oh, well, yeah, they started Jimenez tonight.
Jake, are we putting an asterisk on Hunter Hines' state home run record?
You bet.
Chinooks just cannot wait to meet Mr. Fant. He's been a damn good sport all year with my goofy banter.
Did you not meet him last year?
I mean, listen, I did. Harrison did not.
I will say,
but we met in Omaha last year, and the relationship is obviously flourished. I'll tell you this on a side note. I won't go into too much detail here. Not that there's like bad detail to go into, but my guy Brandon, who's the right hand or the other key in the cog, if you will, over there at Chinook, he was in Athens for the Georgia-Tennessee football game last fall, and I was there. And they were there giving the Golden Spikes to Charlie Condon, funny enough, presenting him the award at halftime of the game. Buddy, we had a time on Friday night in Athens.
I've held that Golden Spike.
We had a time in Athens, Georgia, bud.
Yeah, who doesn't?
I'm just saying.
Levi Clark, home run.
Brandon, that was a hell of a time. That was one of my most fun nights.
Wait, that hit the top of the wall.
Of the tour. So.
No, they're gonna.
That hit the top of the wall. Wait.
No, it got out.
No, he's on third.
Yeah, that's out. I hit the net.
You're like a second ahead of me. Hey, talk about top beards in the game. Josh Elander. Throw him in that conversation.
Top beards in the game?
Yeah, he got a good beard.
Does he really?
Who?
Yeah, they hit the
net. Elander's got a good beard, yeah.
Yeah. That's Mississippi State head coach Elander.
Hey, don't tell Vols fans.
I forgot Josh Elander played at Arkansas.
He did.
No, he played at TCU.
He played at TCU.
He's got a bio on Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Never mind. He was a coach. Never mind.
He was a coach at Arkansas. He played at TCU.
Okay, my bad. He's got the bio on Arkansas.
He followed Tony V after Tony V left TCU.
He told me on my podcast with him, he said Josh Elander was like, and literally the exact same as Tony Vitello, the hardest worker in the room and the guy that could not get better. Like as much, he continued to want to get better and just always put the work in. He was kind of the same kind of player that Tony V was, and he said that's part of why they like bonded so well and got so well connected. And obviously have done a lot of incredible things at Tennessee. They just they go about things the right way in the same way, and it's created a lot of fluidity for him.
Josh Elander, career 333 hitter. for TCU. 18 homers, 114 RBI in 3 seasons.
I remember him at TCU.
6th round draft pick.
You're not that old.
6th round draft pick.
Yeah, 2010, I think. Right?
Did
Chris?
Elander? Was he the catcher for Matt Perk?
Dude, I used to take pitching lessons from Matt Perk. Fun fact.
Had the crazy side hat, like
yeah.
Glasses, had the glasses.
Wait, did we ever find out how tall Sandman is if he's hitting on Joy? You're hitting on Daily Joy? She said, Sandman, important question. How tall are you? Hey, he's 6 foot. That means he's 5'10". He ain't 6 foot. No shot. No one says they're 6 foot. Sandman, stop lying.
Dude, this is such a side note because I'm thinking about like historic
Brandon's the straw.
Historic Omaha. Who was the nasty pitcher for Cal State Fullerton in like 2004?
That's before my time, Chrissy.
Didn't he pitch for the Yankees? I think
Sarlos was on one of those Fullerton.
Was it Jason Windsor? Maybe. Yeah, he won the most outstanding player award in the 04 College World Series. They beat Texas. He threw a complete game 5-hitter to go with 10 strikeouts.
I remember that.
10 strikeouts.
Houston Street was on that Texas team.
Yeah. Yeah, Houston Street was nasty. Maybe it was – I might be thinking of somebody else, though.
Chris, not to dox myself, but my cousin actually plays on the same travel team as Houston Street's kid.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, do you guys want to feel old? CC Sabathia's son is about to get drafted, right? I think he's like
that kid's not getting drafted.
Yeah, he will. Based off his name, he will.
That kid's hitting like 230 at Houston this year after not playing at Georgia Tech the last 2 years.
Yeah, so
he cannot play a position.
He will get drafted based off his name.
Bless you, sir.
Oh, I hate sneezing.
How about those Longhorns?
Wait, so
how about them?
Jake, are we gonna find a run club in Omaha and you're gonna come with me?
No.
I swear to God, Harrison, if you're late because you go to a run club in Omaha, you're fired.
Harrison did this crap to me last year.
You're fired.
Remember when you made us go to that gym?
Which one?
The one in Council Bluffs by the Dick's Sporting Goods.
I will say though, I will be trying to get some workouts in Omaha because I ain't going 2 weeks without touching a weight, bro.
I know. I'm the same.
Bro,
I'm gonna feel like straight shit.
Hey, you look good. You're on camera too, right?
You got to, bro. Everything got to be tight. Got to be right. Got to be popping in the shirt.
Hey, like Deion Sanders say, you look good, feel good, good, play good.
Everything got to be popping in the shirt. Yeah, man.
We'll have to do that.
I'm not trying. Listen, I'm not trying to put on the Omaha 15. You see what I'm saying? We'll let the other guys. We'll let all the rest of the college baseball media do that.
Hey,
I ain't doing that shit.
Reviews, Chris, I'm doing. I definitely got to be working out.
We'll have to ask
y'all really did. Y'all really did get like law. Like I think I ain't hating. Everybody do their own thing. It was like everybody all the people in Omaha last year that were like bored and wanted some content. They just started doing food reviews.
I'm a huge food guy.
I hated that too.
I'm like y'all. Like I think the food review game is kind of taken.
Who else was doing food reviews in Omaha,
brother? Well, maybe the pizza review. Who else? There were more than one.
Harrison, you did not invent food reviews.
I never said that. He said everyone was doing it in Omaha.
Especially during the rain delay.
Harrison,
I ended up doing a
giant pizza and it was like that was a joke. That was one thing's a joke. That was in the press box. I actually went to places and did food reviews.
Yeah, you did. I know I was with you. You would review like avocado toast.
What? When? No, I did the La Barilla tacos out in front of the stadium sign. That was fun. That Rocco's pizza was slapping, bro. That was so good.
Harrison used to make us wait.
We'll get more of it when we do our damn live show from there.
I actually love Rocco's pizza.
Rocco's pizza is so good.
It was good. It was very good last year. It was very good.
Don't go eat with Harrison, though, because he will take a whole bunch of pictures of the food and you can't eat, so it gets cold.
Dude,
I'll tell you this, Harrison. If you're gonna do some food reviews, find some unique Omaha food. Let's venture out. Let's branch out a little bit. Let's broaden our horizons.
Chris. It shoots.
Chris Paul for threes cuts the deficit to 42.
Yeah,
Let's
Harrison,
go.
you
Hey,
didn't misspell Beria.
What?
You mispronounced Beria.
Birria tacos? I don't get what's so funny.
Never mind.
So Harrison, will you be on the call for Georgia Tech if they're like hosting a regional?
They have my availability fully open.
Because that won't be like on that'll just be streamed like an ACC Network Plus.
Yeah,
right? It won't be on like a big channel or anything.
Depends if they want, no more Garcia Parra doing it or someone else bigger than me. But
I think you might get the regional. Probably not a super. Let's just be
they would
honest.
fly someone in for a super. They're supposed to fly.
This sounds so stupid. Like y'all remind me this. Every super's not on TV still, right? We don't get every super on TV, right?
I think we do.
Do we?
Because they stagger them.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
And we get squeeze play.
How do I not recall? I mean like on the big channels. They're all streamed, I know.
Oh, LSU went final, by the way.
Yeah.
Rubber
They're
match.
33-2 when scoring 5 or more runs.
Yeah, Tigers win 8-1. They get their vengeance of last night.
Yeah, they can't let Paul Mainieri get too comfortable because they all still hate his guts. So they had to lose tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, I want you to give me the odds that Paul Mainieri is the head coach next year for South Carolina.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
I mean, I think the likelihood's pretty high, considering I don't think they're going to pay that buyout.
Yeah, they have way too much money. It's a 3-year, $34 million? And then Monty Lee's getting $550,000. Excuse me.
I don't think they're paying Paul Mainieri $34 million.
Over three. What is it? It's.
I think it's $5 million.
$5 million. What is it? It's.
$5 million, and then Monty Lee's getting $500,000.
He's the highest paid head coach in South Carolina baseball history.
I think Rooney's one of the highest paid pitching coaches too. By the way,
Dude, Monty Lee is
Rooney's
he's making $750,000.
Monty Lee's $550,000. Terry Rooney's $425,000.
Oh, I thought he was okay.
Jason Kelly's $500,000.
Monty Lee's still the highest paid assistant in college baseball.
By far.
Right?
I do want this to be known. If college baseball media talking heads know how much you make in a year, it means you're probably really bad at your job.
What do you mean?
Because could you tell me what Elander's contract is right now? Yeah, because he's a good coach. If we know what you're making.
Oh, you're only talking about people's contracts that are doing a bad job. I need Sandman to finish the rest of this statement.
Hey, how much is Elander?
I need you to finish the rest of this statement. Share with the class what you have to say. I want to know what the rest of this sentence.
Cornered himself.
What is the rest of this sentence? Because I know what I think it is, but I want you to say it.
Is this like the hot crazy scale matrix?
Oh, no.
That's a real thing.
Oh, no, Harrison. I know what he's saying. I know what he's inferring. I need to know what Sandman. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Chris, can I acknowledge something?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Hell no.
I think Barack Obama has a better chance to be the head coach of Mississippi State than Tony V does.
Oh, my God. We're going to
Jake, you should break that news just like the Vitello engagement news.
I do think it's funny that everybody thinks Tony V is such an arrogant douchebag until they have an opening. And then they're like, we should hire Tony V. like the Arkansas fans.
I'm not laughing at you.
Hey, wait, he answered you. Chris, he answered you.
Don't pull that up, Harrison.
Anyways, new pitcher for Tennessee coming out of the bullpen.
No, we have to pull this up. I called him out. I give him credit. I give him credit for having the guts to put this out there. Okay, that's enough. All right.
Chris, did you see this
Sandman
one?
stealing the show on the on here. Texas rocks. This is funny. Dated an LSU girl. Christ, she was worse than any guy after a loss. Couldn't take her anywhere. Somebody was going to get cussed out.
Okay,
They
that's
don't have to
accurate.
lose, man. Remember Joy on Friday night when they were losing?
Oh,
No
my
way.
God.
Said Vitella is bad culture. Did you see his? That's such a hot take. I completely disagree with that. Completely.
Listen, I'll tell you this.
wholeheartedly
It's
disagree.
really easy to nitpick and be critical of Tony Vitello, especially when they're not winning at a high rate. There's not a fan base and a program in this conference that would not take Tony Vitello as their head coach. Not a single one.
Texas.
They would take Tony V. They wanted Tony V.
I'm about to say they wanted Tony V first. Maybe
Florida.
I'm trying to think. I mean, but even Florida, I mean, they're so reactionary, man. Like, maybe Florida wouldn't because Sully's built up so much goodwill. They
Vandy?
shouldn't.
I really pray there's a world where Sully gets pissed off by the Florida brass and he leaves and goes to A&M. That would be the perfect scenario.
It's not happening.
I think Tony V has a better chance of going to Mississippi State than Sully has of going to A&M. I don't think it's Mingione, by the way. I know someone commented that. I don't think it's Mingione either. Mingione's leaving.
No.
I mean, the hot board I saw was the Oregon coach,
Waz
Butch
would be
Thompson,
I'm gonna mispronounce it. It's like Mark Waborowski or something.
Kazawowski, I thought, or something like that. Mike
Waz.
Wazowski.
It's not Butch either. Butch has an insanely good team coming back next year.
I have a name that I'm not gonna say.
You can say it.
I have a name that I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
I think he'd be the front runner for it, but I want to see if you come up.
How about Brian O'Connor?
That's a little obvious, but not the one I was thinking of.
I'm sorry.
Wazakowski, by the way, is Oregon's Wazakowski.
I'm sorry, Chris, by the way. If you don't take the job for Texas when Augie retires, I don't think you'll ever leave.
It's a good point.
What, O'Connor?
Yeah, I think Oak's staying there. I've heard Pollard's staying put too. I've heard that. I think it's going to be
What
Nolan
about
King.
Walters?
I don't. There's something about Walters, by the way, is it would be Moose. You'd want Moose more than Walters, and I
I've
think
heard that.
Moose would get the head coaching job at Wake. And Tom Walters, you can look at what Tom Walters' record is pre-Moose versus post-Muscara.
I've seen that stat too.
Bruh. Our guy Hayden in the SEC
What did he just say?
unfiltered group chat. Remember how I said make us
No
into
way, he
babies?
babied it. That's amazing. No, wait, Chris has a mustache.
I have a mustache for some unknown reason.
It's because you've been watching Ruger Riojas' starts.
Yeah, I'm doing the Ruger Riojas. I mean, Jake, this is perfect for you. I mean, it's just
It
kind of looks like me as a baby.
with the rice hat on. I love that the rice hat came out so well.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. I wish the SEC was upside down, but
Yeah. How
Can you
about it?
text me that, Chris?
Yes, absolutely. That's hilarious. Thank you to our guy Hayden. By the way, shout out our guy Hayden tuned in.
yeah.
Hey, SEC champion Hayden. Congrats,
SEC
Hayden.
champion Hayden.
Congrats. Congrats to all the Hook'em fans out there. Anyways, guys, how's anybody got any big weekend plans?
You betcha. Apparently Sandman does one weekend whenever he comes to Atlanta.
Apparently.
Oh, did y'all see how Southeastern won today in the losers bracket game for their season on the line?
I know you're going to find this shocking, Jake, but I did not see how Southeastern won their championship game. No, I did not.
So they had a runner on first, single to right field. So there he goes first to third, right? And then while they're tossing the ball back to the pitcher, he like dashes home. And that ended up being the deciding run. Just like an immediate, like
Wow.
He
great
tossed by
heads
the
up.
pitcher and ran.
Yeah, like how when like nothing's happening and people just kind of
Yeah.
casually lob the ball in. He ended up stealing home while that was going on.
Dang.
Columbia walked off Penn.
I saw Harvard beat Yale.
Are you happy about that, or said I forget where your allegiances lie in the Ivy League?
I like all the Ivy Leagues
He's
in
a
general.
Quaker.
Okay.
I'm just a
Well,
connoisseur of the Ivy League.
I'm sure they're talking shit in the Aggie clubhouse about the Ivy League results.
Harvard did beat Penn, by the way.
Yeah, I saw. It was a huge upset.
Yeah, they chased Omen in the 6th, gave up 3 runs.
By the way, I do want to shout out because I was talking about earlier. I had a Tennessee fan call me out about Arkansas, the way I was talking about Tennessee. That was Greg German, who was in the chat. Thank you, Greg. He tweeted at me earlier today. So appreciate you tuning in, Greg. Good stuff.
What is hated? What?
Wyatt Hensler is devastated over the Columbia Penn result. Wyatt Hensler is devastated.
Then Houston Christian beat UTRGV. That was kind of a big
Rio
one.
Grande Valley, right?
Yep, they were the host.
Christian Couch is in now.
Good shout out Houston Christian, by the way. They were an absolute mess. Lance Berkman ends up leaving the program. One of his assistants takes over, and they've been rocking and rolling ever since.
Seeing as we're talking about Houston Christian and the Ivy League, y'all want to call it at 9:35?
No, I'm good. I'm doing another half hour at least.
Well, I mean, I got to get
Or not?
I think we are going to brave this tornado and go to Broadway. So,
But Chris, I thought you said leave the Broadway girls alone.
Are you going to 10? Is it 10 Roof or 10 Hall or whatever?
No, 10 Roof, Jake.
there is a Tin Roof, but I don't feel like
go to
I
Aldi's.
feel like you go to Broadway to go to Tin Roof.
Yeah, Jake. What?
Chris, I'll be there the 2nd week of October, by the way.
Okay, let's link. I'll probably, again, my brother and his friend helped me move in. I took him out in the local neighborhood I'm living last night, and I told him I'd take him to Broadway tonight as a thank you for helping move. So probably tonight, Rob's going to take him. Aldine's
Aldine's a good one. Better one, I think.
Probably Tootsie's, probably Old Red.
Chris, can I highlight a high school?
Dude, Miranda Lambert's bar is actually fun as hell. Probably Barstool, Nashville. I don't know. Try to jump around a little bit. I haven't been to Morgan Wallen's bar yet.
Big shout out to Klein Kane, by the way. Blaine Bullard and the boys.
How about it?
Who?
Yeah.
Klein Kane, whoever you are, shout out.
And shout out Klein Kane on Friday Night Spikes.
Chinook, good night, my friend. Chinook is out. Good night, Chinook.
Chinook comes late, leaves early. What is this?
Well, he's on the East Coast time zone like you, Harrison.
Yeah, and guess where? I'm still here.
That's because you joined late.
Even though Harrison told us he needed to be out by 10:30. Pretty sure you said that.
I said I was good for about an hour and
some change.
Do you think Tennessee retires the black jerseys if they lose tonight?
No.
When they lose, you mean? Oh,
So
no,
weren't
it's
they
8-6.
supposed
8-6. They got the time run at the plate.
But Jake, weren't they supposed to retire the black jersey at the end of the last year and then bring a different, like a new black jersey this year? They bought the same one back.
Harrison, it's like I told you, it was a desperate move. That's what it was.
Well, Nike really did mess with a lot of their uniforms. Like Houston got their baby.
Hopefully they don't go to Adidas. My God.
Adidas gets it there on time, man. That's the good thing about Adidas.
They what?
Adidas gets everything on time. Like Ole Miss didn't have their baby blues first week. Arizona didn't have theirs. Houston just got theirs a few weeks ago. Tennessee's were very, very late. It was I would rather be with Adidas. Hot take, I'd rather be with Adidas than Nike right now.
That is such a hot take. Is
I'd
that for every no? For every
I'd rather
sport
be
or
with
just
Nike.
baseball.
For baseball, I think that they have a more consistent identity, and if you have a identity, they really adhere to it. Whereas Nike, I feel like
You're saying team by team identity or like brand identity, like Adidas, Nike.
If I were a college baseball coach, I would want.
If you're at Rice. But Rice has Adidas, right?
Yes, I would have Adidas uniforms, Evo Shield, and then Marucci bats.
What gloves? Marucci then, right? You have to.
No, Rawlings. Marucci gloves are terrible. by the way. I'm not going to name names.
I will take any Marucci merch though. I'm down for it.
They haven't been able to master their gloves. A lot of their gloves, with a few players, just reuse their Rawlings gloves.
Are they not contractually obligated to use Marucci if they have Marucci?
If they have Marucci, it has to have Marucci labeling, but it does not have to be a Marucci glove.
So it can be a Rawlings Heart of the Hide, but have Marucci branding on it. It's kind of like
they cover it up.
Well, it's kind of like in pro golf, right? Like you can use a Titleist. You can use a Titleist ball with like the Wilson Staff logo on it.
Yeah, or you can wear Evo Shield wrist stuff, but it be branded to another one. I think too.
Yeah, I am.
Dude's been chewing for an hour.
Did you see how much food I had? Like 3 pounds, like a little baby.
A food baby.
Yeah, I missed lunch. So I'm gonna have a protein shake.
Oh, Will Furnace with a home run.
Ole Miss adding.
Good for Big Country.
15-8 into the 8th inning.
Yeah. Dial 911. The furnace is on fire.
Did you tweet that, Jake?
No, someone put that in the comments.
Oh my god.
Pitching optional down at Swayze.
Pitching.
So what? So let's see. We've got rubber. So tomorrow,
Georgia.
If everything holds, and for the ones that have already gone final, and everything else holds, rubber match in Columbia, South Carolina, rubber match in Fayetteville, rubber match in Athens, and rubber match in Gainesville. That would be it. All the other ones would be wrapped up.
So. Yeah. Unless Texas.
That's not bad. We'll take it.
Unless Texas blows it.
And by the way, fine folks of Friday Night Spikes and fans of the wind-up, the reason we are not bringing you our weekend recap tomorrow night is because of Harrison's weekend plans, just FYI. So it'll be Sunday morning you'll hear, or Sunday sometime you'll hear from us. So to recap the weekend.
I know you've gone cold.
I appreciate your flexibility.
Oh, of course.
I meant the people.
I might have myself a Saturday also. You never know.
Yeah, have yourself a Saturday. Hey, go out, get a little walk around town. Get you a hot girl walk in.
Yeah. Get some chicken and waffles.
I mean, give me some hot chicken. Why not?
Hot chicken.
Nashville hot chicken.
What is it? Hattie B's? Is that the famous
Hattie
place?
B's.
Hey, listen, I'm just gearing up for the I got to get Harrison up here for the week before we go to Omaha. That Thursday through Sunday, they have the CMA Fest.
Oh, Harrison will go crazy because he loves.
I know. I got to get some boots by then.
I'll be honest. Yeah, you do, Chris.
June 5th through June 8th. I have to have some boots by then.
I wore my cowboy boots tonight. I'm wearing some black jeans.
Chris, can you get us a sponsorship with Tecovas? D1 has one.
I'm working on it, man.
No, that'll be a good one. I
Trust me, I'm working on it.
Yeah. Dang, what was I gonna say? Yeah, you have to have boots. You gotta get the helmet. Did Chinook say anything about the white background still?
No, he went to bed. Remember?
No, he left. Chinook's out. They had 4 trade shows this week, man. They had 4 trade shows. He's hurting. So,
wait, no, hey, Jake, I'm honestly surprised you didn't say maybe Harrison already had an invite to the CMAs. They'll have to make an appearance.
By the way, Jake, you mentioned the Furnace is on fire. Our guy Drink Local Beham wanted to let us know that the Furnace is a strip club in Birmingham.
Is it a classy one?
I'm going to venture out and say no. That's just my guess.
Is there such thing as a classy?
All due respect to the fine people of Birmingham, but probably not.
Harrison, I feel like it's a scale thing where it's not classy compared to like a Chili's or something, but compared to other strip clubs, I feel like they're more classy.
So it's like an Applebee's?
I'm sure there's like a Chili's version.
This Friday Night Spikes has genuinely just gone off the fucking rails. I mean, not that it already wasn't, but my God. Jesus.
Double play.
Right. If y'all want to keep going, you can, but I gotta hop off.
I gotta hop off too.
I gotta take the boys out.
What? Jake, stay on a little bit.
I gotta hop off.
We went an hour.
What do you have to do, Jake?
This is what you do, Harrison. You show up 40 minutes late, and then you're upset that we're not going to stay on another 40 minutes to cover the 40 minutes you missed. It's not our fault.
It's the 9th inning.
I know, but I have to go.
Yeah, but Jake, what do you have to do?
I told him I'd be done like closer to 9.
I get Chris, but Jake.
Look at Chinook. Time for bed, he says.
Yeah, I'm a growing
I'm
boy.
for Betty said.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you're a boomer. You got to get to bed early.
Yeah, I'm a growing boy.
Don't speak on our guys at Chinook that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about Jake.
All they've ever done for you is send you a damn box of seeds.
Yeah.
I was talking about Jake.
I would like it on record
You
that
probably
Matt,
still have those seeds.
I would like it on record
as
that
many
Beard,
as they sent.
Beard could probably beat Harrison up. I want that on record.
Bro, I wrestled for 7 years.
You don't know Beard.
Whoa.
He doesn't know me.
He said,
Oh.
hey, wrestling
you're late.
match. Wrestling match in Omaha. Wrestling match in
Rocco's.
Omaha. Wrestling match at Rocco's.
Winner gets Jello shots. That's a good point, Chris. So, being SECU, you have to do a Jello shot for every SEC team in Omaha.
He already said this.
If
He
you
said this in
were
the first
on in
40
the first
minutes.
40 minutes, you would have known that already.
Why weren't you listening to it in the car?
I was listening to the Braves game.
They did beat the Red Sox, by the way, which you already said.
Sick game. It was 2-1 in the 8th inning.
Oh, man. Will Furnace. Again, man. They just showed the highlight on the game I'm watching. Man, he got all that one.
Top 9, 2 outs.
Yeah, what are the odds you think Ole Miss hosts a regional?
Well, Kendall thinks they have a possibility. Oh, that was a nuke. Yeah.
Dude, there's a few of them fighting for it.
Well, Jake, Chris and I talked about it a little bit. I think that the bubble for hosting is not that deep as like it's previous.
It's a weak bubble.
Same with like the first in last 4 out.
I think
not deep of the bubble either.
I think that there's not a definitive like after 10. There's not a definitive host to where you could like they could for those final 6 spots they could slide in 12 or 15.
Is there going to be another College of Charleston this year that gets screwed?
Well, no, you got to think 6 teams can still win the ACC.
And nobody in the Big 12 wants to win that conference.
Yeah, who did you have winning that? Baylor?
I did not have Baylor winning it.
Kansas?
I had TCU winning it. I had Baylor as my dark horse.
Hey, Chris's dark horses are looking good.
College of Charleston's had a good season too. 34-19, 15-11. But
Shocker.
they got to win their.
Texas is my dark horse.
They have to win their conference tournament to get in. So, I mean,
yeah.
Harrison.
Yeah.
I did have Texas as my dark horse to the SEC.
Who was mine? I think Auburn might have been, honestly.
by the way, random stat: College of Charleston has won 9 straight games. FYI.
Hey, random stat. There's this one team up in like the New England, like NAIA, 45-0.
That is Shreveport. That is not the Northeast, Harrison.
No.
Despite what joy would make you.
No, there's another one. What?
Despite what joy would make you believe, Shreveport is not in the Northeast.
She did say it's a horrible place.
I'm actually a big fan of the Margaritaville of Shreveport.
Jake, Jake's probably a big Floribama guy.
You don't like Floribama?
Never been, but you seem redneck enough to like that.
I like Floribama, man. I got a shirt from there.
Did I not give Texas credit for winning the SEC? Did I not?
When?
You did. That was like the second thing we talked about
on this show.
I wasn't there probably yet.
Texas, yeah, I had them as my dark horse to win the SEC, and I was laughed at by their own fans. I would like that on record. I said that I think that they finished 4th, but it wouldn't shock me if they win it.
All right,
I got laughed at
right.
by a prominent Texas fan.
It is LSUS Shreveport, 47-0 right now, I think, or 47-0.
I don't even think they've. I will say this: my buddy Andrew, who is an NAIA guy, said they did play an easy schedule.
Here we go again. Here, Texas plays an easy schedule too.
I said LSU Shreveport played an easy schedule.
Do all the LSU satellite schools play each other though?
No,
they should.
No, because they're all different divisions.
So, you're still all university schools.
You want NAIA LSU Shreveport to play LSU the Tigers in Baton Rouge?
No. I'm saying like all the LSU satellites play each other, not LSU.
LSU E's, I think, a junior college too.
So, dude, Northeastern plays Boston Red Sox in spring training.
What does it do to their RPI? Do you think it helps it or hurts it?
Oh, that has to help it.
Playing the Red Sox, that impacts their RPI?
No, it doesn't. I'm just making a joke.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, you're not serious, right?
That would be sick. It should.
They don't play like the real Red Sox, by the way. They play
a lot of top prospects.
I know, but still.
Who's with the Red Sox now.
They play, I think, like the taxi team.
It's a lot of 40-man guy.
Like Teal. I think they played like Kyle Teal. Which shout out to
UVA?
Virginia, by the way.
UVA?
Yeah, they might. I think they have an outside shot to win.
Boom. I got a note on UVA for you. Talking to some ACC coaches, UVA is the most underrated and probably best, toughest team to play against in the ACC.
They were picked to win it.
No, but I'm saying as the season's gone, they're the toughest team to kind of game plan against. And just they've had a bad season compared to I think other things, but wow, Oklahoma.
Bam, ba-da-bam, ba-bam. Dawson Willis, 2-run homer.
Hey,
The Oklahoma Sooners lead Texas 8-6.
Well,
Harrison, all the Texas fans, Harrison just jinxed you. LSU satellite campus, Dallas Willits was at last year.
Who?
The guy who hit the home run was at LSU last year.
Who jinxed me?
You jinxed Texas because you were talking crap about LSU satellite campuses.
Oh, about their schedule, not the satellite campuses. That was a good piece of hitting.
All right, boys, I really have to run.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
Either y'all man it.
Nick, you're staying on for it's the 9th inning.
I'm leaving. I'm heading out. See ya.
Where are you going?
Harrison, you hosted it solo last weekend.
I mean, Jake,
I gotta go.
I know, but Jake, what is your excuse? You haven't answered that still.
I want to go to bed. It's late.
His wifey's ready for sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotta go.
Hopping off.
He's gonna do what Sandman wishes he could do. And with that, I will bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'll stay on for a little bit. We'll close out these games. I actually didn't think they were leaving, but bottom 8, Arkansas, Tennessee. Top 9. Auburn just went yard too. Down 4 with 2 outs. Oklahoma up 8-6 in the bottom of the 8th. We'll stay on for the end of them. We'll stay on. Wait, Gigam, you are rooting for Oklahoma then. 14th toughest in the league, perhaps. We'll see. Ike Irish. So I've seen him shoot up draft boards. From, I can't remember who it was I saw, but they're putting him up. I saw one of them in top 10 picks, honestly. So I thought that was really impressive. Who else? Oh, I need to center this more so I can see. All right. There's no way both these games are going to end like this. Something else is going to happen. What do we got? That's 2, I believe. Should I do some more play-by-play? With which games? There's 3 on. Texas pitcher throwing meatballs. That wasn't a bad pitch. I think it's Grubbs and Mound. That was not a bad pitch whatsoever. Was it really well executed? No, but I had to turn off the OU game earlier because Texas was making a run. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to sound up for this. I don't think we'll get copyrighted. A mound visit for Texas. Wow. Max Wiener running out there taking care of business. It wasn't that bad. It was a 1-1 pitch in the bottom half of the zone. No, you can't say it's a meatball at all. But let's see. What else? Gigambart, did you turn it back on or what games are you watching now? Randy, doesn't matter. SEC is all sewn up. Just get ready for Hoover. See, that's the thing, though. Anything can happen at Hoover. Anything can happen, especially with rain delays, which Chris sent me a screenshot of the week's weather. And I think he just jinxed us in Hoover because there was 1 day of 30% chance. as he texts me now, close the stream out, wrap it up. We'll stay on a little longer. But so last year, Chris wasn't there. We didn't have a single rain delay. Not at all. But this year, we're not really supposed to, but Chris is going, so I think we will. And if we do, everyone in here listening can know that I can support it. The receipts that I say, it's on Chris. If we have a rain delay, it's on him. It's his fault. I mean, I wouldn't say it's surprising, but I mean, he's that. Max Grubbs is one of the most trusted relievers I have faith in the bullpen of anyone in the SEC. I mean, I know it's a deep bullpen for, trust and faith around the league, but what he's able to do in any role, in any situation, I think is so much more impressive than just be able to come out and, be that eighth inning guy, be that first guy to the pin. He can do whatever role you ask him to do. That's the biggest thing. Rocks. Bart, I know you turned on the Texas game. I know you turned it back on. 2-0 green light here for Arkansas? I believe so. Oh! He wanted that. I've been working it before. We had 3 nights. So, what would be more surprising? I'm posing this to y'all, and then I'll answer as well. Tennessee taking the series, so coming back in this game and winning tomorrow, or I guess either coming back in this game or winning tomorrow, taking the series and doing so at Arkansas, or Oklahoma holding on tonight and then winning the series tomorrow. As Ole Miss just won against Auburn in the 9th. 15-11, their first series win versus Auburn since 2021, surprisingly. They gave up 15 hits, 11 runs to Auburn. They scored 15 runs themselves on 13 hits. Bad day to be a pitcher in that game, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Which one is this? Which one? You're going to make a lot of people pissed off, or you might make a couple people happy, but I honestly think the way that, I don't want to say it's a recency bias, but I think that if Tennessee were to win this series at Arkansas, I think it says a lot more for me than Oklahoma winning the series at home versus Texas, who's been struggling, doesn't have a lot of depth. I don't know. I mean, but see, Chris has been on the fact about just how average this Tennessee team is. I just think they've set a new floor for themselves, but their ceiling is still so high. Their ceiling is Omaha. Like, this team is that talented that their ceiling's in Omaha. But with how bad they've been playing recently, and Tennessee fans will admit that, obviously, but I think a lot of it's predicated at playing bad at home, too. They're on the road here, business trip. You take game 1. And a huge strikeout to leave 2 runners on. To the 9th for the Vols with 3 outs to play, down 2. Dylan Crook steps on the mound for the Oklahoma Sooners. A 28-9 K to walk ratio with a just south of 3 ERA. All right, the quad box is over. We just got 2 screens now, 2 large screens. Should we relegate Mizzou baseball to the Sun Belt? See, that's an idea, but maybe we relegate them back to the Big 12. So I think they'd actually compete decently in that. I mean, the Sun Belt just seems, the Sun Belt seems like after that. Like, you go Big 12 and then you get relegated down to the Sun Belt. Because, you could say Texas State could be borderline, or Troy, getting relegated up. But that's a good – I've always been on the debate for that. Auburn gave up a ton of free bases. Yeah, that's how you lose ball games. Free bags. MIZ is the best 3-26 team in the league. You're only saying that, Bart, because they just swept Texas A&M. It's the only reason why you said it. If it was any other team, you wouldn't say that. Texas scored 3 off Crooks last night. That is very true. And the fact that they're bringing him in up 2 in the 9th, I know it's 3 outs to play, but I mean, you got to have a lot of faith in there. And this is the thing. That's why I said Oklahoma, in order to win this series, they need to win game 1. Like, that's how important it is. And so, they're fighting and clawing back, but up 2 here, 3 outs away from even the series, where anything can happen in a rubber match. But I still think even pitching staff alone, Texas has the edge in a game 3. The amount of I guess it had to have been a Hawaii night or something in Arkansas. I don't think that's the hog pin, but there's just an enormous amount, it feels like, of Hawaiian Arkansas shirts. And that just feels like so Arkansas. Just like whatever goes. But I could see A&M doing that as well. It would not surprise me. That just feels like it feels like A&M would do that. Bubbles and Hawaiian shirts. I don't know if I'd say it's a mess, because let's say, they don't lose a couple of these games. It still hasn't looked great, but I don't think you say it's a mess. But it's one of those things, like how high of a level can, you pitch as a team that primarily uses, obviously, your 3 starters. You lose Jared Spencer, but the same 4 or 5 guys on the pen. Obviously, the innings rack up, but it's like, at some point, you got to mix in other guys, and you do, and, things even out a little bit. We've seen it throughout the SEC, I think, as a whole. That is pieced to center field. That Jason Flores, massive turnaround first. Here comes Texas in the 9th with 1 on and 1 out. Tying run, stepping up to the dish. This was, center cut fastball. He's lucky there was only 1 base to let short, center, left center. Both games, 1 out, top of the 9th, down 2. Both teams down 8-6. Both home teams up 2. I don't know. Something's got to give. Gig and Bart. There's no way you believe that. There's just no way you can believe that. I don't want to say I don't care how much A&M invest in baseball. It's just not even this season, but just like as a whole. I find that so hard to believe. But I respect the take. I respect it. Also, absolutely what we do. Where there's delusion, there is hope. If delusion was all College Station dub. If delusion was all College Station dub. I'm curious, in Gig and Bart in Texas Rock, you guys might know the answers to this better than I will. Which school has more oil money invested in the sports programs? I feel like it has to be Texas A&M. Especially the numbers of, was it the revenue numbers from football that just got released? Honestly, Texas Tech, really? Really? That's surprising. I know they've invested a ton of money into that school recently. Alumni and, donations, I guess, maybe some oil money. But I didn't realize it. I'm surprised you said Texas Tech. I've heard through some grapevines. I haven't really done much research on it yet, just being middle season, but or reaching out to people. But I heard that they are about to or just starting to now invest a ton of money into Texas Tech baseball to really just skyrocket into kind of the main stage and get back to Omaha. Wow. Both Texas and Texas A&M fans saying Texas Tech. Why is that, though? Cody Campbell or whatever sold his oil coat for, that'll do, $4 million. That'll play. First and second now for Texas. Still one out. Jaquay Stewart at the plate, at the dish, pinch hitting. Okay. There's no way both these scores hold up. Someone's going to come back and tie it. I got to say probably Texas. Obviously because they're playing Crooks again. They've seen them recently. Granted, they have two guys on. That was a gross changeup. Split change, though. Maybe the most ironic thing tonight so far for me, and since we have a lot of Texas and A&M fans in the chat, how night and day difference Oklahoma's baseball stadium is compared to Arkansas's. It's just night and day. It's sad. I also don't. Hot take. Oh, he struck him out. Fouch with a huge strikeout. 2 down for Arkansas. Hot take. I think baseball fields should not be turfed whatsoever. Freezes them. 2 outs, 1 on for Tennessee. Down to their last out, down 2. Fouch at 27 pitches. With Levi Clark at the plate. With the dude with tree trunks for legs as a freshman. As Tom Hart reminds the crowd that Tennessee is trying to repeat what they did to tie it in the 9th and win it in the 11th against Arkansas in Game 2. Playing at Lindsey Nelson's, that was way different than playing at the Hog Pit and Baum Walker. Joseph Moore. Hottie toddy sweep coming tomorrow. Crazy. Those are just part of the bend back of the SEC. That everyone can beat everyone. Especially if you're 0-24 in the SEC. Sorry. Immediately after, Mississippi State is going to Omaha. Just so y'all know. Bart, don't worry. I'm done eating now. Perfect timing. I don't get why players slide headfirst into first, like on a tight play. I think it slows you down. I know he's playing on turf, but I think it still slows you down. I don't understand it. I thought they did I don't want to say research study on it, but I thought they did an actual science on it, scientific backing of proof that it slows you down. It doesn't actually get you the bag faster, but honestly, I'll ask Chris and Jake. I'll text them right now and see what they say. Who do they like better going to Omaha? Ole Miss or Mississippi State? We'll see. Wow, what a catch to end the game. Oklahoma. Or not Oklahoma, sorry. Arkansas. Justin Thomas Jr. Dead sprint in from center field. The sexy slide to catch it. Feet first. Laying on his back almost. Oh my gosh. Thompson Jr. with a beautiful, beautiful catch in that game. Arkansas, 8-6 winners, 13 hits, no errors. Tennessee, 14 hits, 1 error. Got a rubber match in front of the hog pen at Bon Walker tomorrow between two, I think, Omaha caliber clubs. I still think Tennessee's an Omaha caliber club. Win or lose the series, I think so. Because anything can happen in the postseason. You never know what's going to happen. They are so talented and have all the pieces to go in a deep postseason run. They have the depth pitching wise. It's just about, being hot and healthy and playing good in the postseason. I mean, I've heard it. I talked to Mark Teixeira about it, calling the Georgia Tech game. He said postseason baseball is all about being hot and healthy. That's all it takes. What is going on in Norman? I don't know. They might blow it. Gig and Bart, you turned it back on. They might blow it. Two outs. You're one pitch away. Close it up. One pitch away. Oh, that was a beautiful changeup. Wow. Wow, that was pretty. Who's batting? 52. Cole Chamberlain's. They put a freshman into pinch hit from Novato, California. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We'll leave that up, kick him. Is Missouri? No, what? There's no way they're not playing their starters. 7 top SEC top 7 or 8 teams are Omaha caliber. Texas, Arkansas. The way Auburn looked this weekend. Oh, it's a foul ball. Ooh, that might have tied it. Texas, Arkansas. Throw Auburn in there. I guess throw Georgia in there. Do you throw Florida in there? I don't throw Ole Miss in there. I do not throw Mississippi State in there. I do not throw Alabama in there. You can make the argument for Florida, though. Oh, he's hosed at second to end the game. No way. Oh, he drops the ball. Oh, that would have ended the game. Oh, that would have ended the game. If Texas gets 2 runs here and ties it up or come back and win, a backside first and third steal. Oh, my gosh. Texas rocks. I'm going to go with 5 Omaha caliber clubs. That, like, 8's a stretch. 7's tough. You could argue 7 possibly, but I'm going to go 5, solid. Mizzou saved, quote, their starters rotation for Hoover. If Missouri, that would have to be that might be a bigger story. I don't know, actually. I don't know if that's bigger than Texas A&M's season, but if Missouri went on a run and won the SEC tournament, got an auto bid, that's tough. That might be bigger. I don't know. 0-24 in SEC play. You sweep the preseason number 1 unanimous team in the country, who having just an unbelievably horrible year, and then you go on the SEC tournament. That might be the biggest storyline I've ever seen in baseball. Why is one of my TVs faster there? He just hit him. Oh my gosh, 2-2. He loads him up. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Yes, LSU. That's my mistake. I forgot LSU. Florida. You can make a case for Florida for sure. I mean, I was high on them early in the season before they lost a bunch of pieces. Then they just started playing bad. But Sully, he's been to Omaha more times with Florida than he hasn't been coaching Florida. So Texas is going to pull us out. Bart, I don't think I jinxed it. You might have. I don't know. I mean, one swing of the bat, and this game's tied. Wait, they're calling him back? What is going on? A third straight pinch hitter off the bench for Texas. Florida could not even imagine that right now. Could not even fathom. There's no way Sloss is going to a pinch hitter here. Is he? Colby Walker, what's up, man? How are you feeling? How are you feeling tonight? How are you feeling this weekend? Jonah Williams pinch hitting. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. This could end in so many different ways. Ooh, okay. Chris responded. I said, Ole Miss or State to Omaha run, better chances. He said Ole Miss. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Jonah Williams, step up as a freshman. 0-2 in game 1. Oh, my gosh. Does he have the juice here? Is the juice worth the squeeze? How about them Dogs? Them Dogs got shut out and shut down by Justin Lampkin. 15 punchies. Shout out Micah, our guy Micah, punchies. You got a rubber match. Jonah Williams was the 9th overall football prospect by ESPN. That is crazy. I didn't know he was that insane at football. Dang, Texas is going to do this, watch. They're going to score at least one and then have like an out of the plate. Something dumb is going to happen here. Either he clears the bases and gets thrown out at second, or the tying run gets thrown at home. No in between. Oh, Colby, sorry. Mississippi State. Them Dogs is hot, baby. Them Dogs is hot. Don't mess with the fighting Justin Parkers. You don't want to play them right now. I could not imagine being a two-sport athlete that Jonah Williams is and being in this situation with, a number 1 team in the country at one point and now number 3 Texas in the country. In your freshman year, you enroll early for football and then I guess baseball technically and end up playing. Unreal situation. He's fighting off some tough pitches though. He's gonna bat flip the walk. That's actually hilarious. Who was the one that bat flipped the walk? There was someone that did it. I can't remember who it was. It was like last week. It was so dumb. It's the dumbest thing I think. One of the dumbest things I've seen in a walk. Oh, good take. Down and in. He couldn't have done anything with that pitch though. Like, I don't think he's touching that if he swings, honestly. Maybe he hits his shoelaces with it, but really good take there. Here we go. All 3 Texas runners on base will be moving. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs, top of the 9th, down 2. The payoff. Oh, he skies it to left. And Campbell seals it. Wow. What a big win. Oh, God. Scare for sure. Second top 3 win this season. I forgot they beat number 2 Virginia at the time in was it the college baseball showdown or series? Which one? But wow. Gutsy comeback from Oklahoma. Gutsy. You got to give him props for that. Willits with a massive home run. Huge win for Oklahoma. I still think this game should be played at like Round Rock. That would be so cool if this series was at Round Rock. Figure out the schedules. Maybe you should have. Sorry, Jonah. How does this affect tournament rankings? Well, I got this and one more question. If you want to ask 1 or 2 more questions, I'll answer and then we'll jump off. How does this affect tournament rankings? I mean, Texas wins the SEC, so they're still going to be number 1. I mean, it more so it's just teams in the middle of the pack. Oh, they're all throwing horns down. Congrats, fans. More so the middle of the pack with the teams with like Oklahoma, Mississippi State, Alabama, Ole Miss, Florida. Like 1 or 2 spots. It won't do too much, I don't think, but it's hard after day 2. It's hard to tell. There's a lot more movement that can happen with one game. So we'll see. Ribs or pulled pork on the smoker tomorrow. Ooh. Go ribs. Go ribs. They better be falling off the bone. Gig and Bart, pulled pork. You can't go wrong with either, Joseph. I love pulled pork, and I have it more often, so I'd say go ribs. Get that smoker going. Get that smoker going. Awesome. All right, well, we are going to wrap up Friday Night Spikes. Thank you all 1,761 of you guys tuned in for an unbelievably fun, off-the-wall, wild last regular season Friday Night Spikes with myself, Jake Mckeever, wearing a Rice hat for some reason. At least it's not an ACC hat, I guess. And the man CP, Chris Philly, as he goes now to not leave those Broadway girls alone. See what kind of trouble he gets himself into. But, I mean, I think this Friday Night Spikes kind of wraps up the regular season well. Just off the walls, fun combos, and great questions as always. Engagement, great banner in the chat for sure. And with me, Jake, and Chris. And just I'm stoked for postseason baseball to get to Hoover. Live show with Chris. I think we'll do two live shows, I think, together. We'll do some reactions and videos for sure, some vlogs, and I don't know what his plans with the vlog. He's probably going to keep it long form. I'll keep mine a lot more manageable and short attention span vlogs for sure. Probably a little more engaging, but we'll see. I'll probably reel those out. And I mean, we're going to have a blast in Hoover. Hopefully no rain delays. I'm stoked to see all the fan bases represented in Hoover and link up with so many of y'all, interact with so many of y'all. And I mean, Gig and Bart, don't be mad, but LSU did treated me the best in Hoover last year. I will say hands down. It wasn't even close. No one else. LSU, just the way they travel, and it's so incredible to see. But I'm excited to interact and get to meet a bunch of y'all, see a bunch of the fan bases interact together, and get some great baseball. I mean, I'll be linking it up with expectedly some SEC network people as well too, and see what we can do there. But I'm looking forward to cranking out content and catching some incredible baseball, the best baseball around, the best conference in college baseball, 5 straight national champions, 5 different teams. We're going to make it 6 this year, I think. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. The postseason. It's going to be a gauntlet of its own. It's going to fly by, and we're going to be pumping out content every step of the way. So excited to do it with y'all. Excited to interact and engage with y'all every single time I get a chance to. Friday Night Spikes, sealing it, wrapping it up for the regular season. Unbelievable experience. Great idea from Jake Mckeever, even though he's on only half the shows. But we loved it. I feel like you guys loved it. I hope we provided a lot of value, insight, just good, fun time, and some good conversation, questions, answers, and just banner. And like I said, and Chris, we say it all the time. The content and stuff that we do isn't what it is without the fans and what each and every single one of you guys do, engaging, and we're going thumbs up. There we go. With the content and giving us your takes, your opinions, and whether hot or cold takes, we love it for sure. And views in the banner. So awesome. That'll wrap it up. Friday Night Spikes, regular season capped off. We're done. We will see you in Hoover for the next live show that is not the windup. Enjoy. Y'all stay tuned.